Italy is a land of many archaeological sites where the ancient past meets the modern present. One of the most fascinating sites in Italy is the ancient city of Poseidonia, also known as Paestum, which was founded by the Greeks and later conquered by the Romans. Here, archaeologists have recently uncovered two new temples built in the Doric style, adding to the already impressive collection of monumental structures that show the city's religious and cultural importance. Poseidonia was established around 600 BC by colonists from the Greek city of Sybaris, located on the Ionian coast of southern Italy. The name of the city means the city of Poseidon, the god of the sea who was the patron deity of the colonists. Poseidonia soon became a prosperous and influential city, trading with other Greek cities and the local populations of the region. The city's wealth and power are reflected in the construction of three magnificent temples in the Doric style, dedicated to the goddesses Hera and Athena. These temples are among the best preserved examples of ancient Greek architecture in the world, and they have been declared a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The temples of Poseidonia were not only places of worship, but also symbols of the city's identity and prestige. However, the history of Poseidonia was not always peaceful and prosperous. In the 3rd century BC, the city was involved in the Pyrrhic War, a conflict between the Greek king Pyrrhus of Epirus and the Roman Republic. Pyrrhus was an ally of the Greek cities of southern Italy who resisted the Roman expansion in the region. Pyrrhus won several battles against the Romans, but at a great cost of his own troops, giving rise to the expression, a Pyrrhic victory. Eventually, Pyrrhus was defeated and forced to withdraw from Italy, leaving the Greek cities at the mercy of the Romans. In 273 BC, Poseidonia was annexed by the Roman Republic, who renamed the city to Paestum and established a Latin colony. The Romans introduced their own culture and customs to the city, building new structures such as a forum, a theatre, an amphitheatre and a bath complex. The Romans also modified some of the existing Greek buildings, such as the Temple of Athena, which was converted into a Christian church. The Roman Paestum continued to flourish until the 5th century AD, when it was sacked by the Visigoths. The city declined in the late Roman period due to several factors, such as the shifts in trade routes, the invasions of the barbarians, the rise of Christianity and the environmental changes. The gradual silting up of the mouth of the Selle River created a swampy and unhealthy area which caused malaria and other diseases. The city was eventually abandoned and forgotten until the 18th century, when it was rediscovered by travelers and archaeologists. The recent archaeological discoveries at Paestum have added new insights to the understanding of the city and its temples. In a press announcement issued by the Italian Ministry of Culture, archaeologists have uncovered two previously unknown Doric-style temples during an examination of the western section of Paestum near the ancient city walls. Dating back to the early 5th century BC, one of the temples retains well-preserved architectural remnants of the stylobate, the stepped platform supporting the columns that held up the temple roof. The stylobate measures 11.5 by 7.6 meters in size, with visible features such as the four-sided peristasis columns that surrounded the inner sanctuary known as the cella. Typically, the cella would house a cult image or statue representing the specific deity revered in the temple. Excavations also found fragmentary remnants of the temple column capitals that are comparable to the Doric capitals at Paestum's Temple of Hera, the oldest surviving temple in the city in dedication to the goddess Hera. The temple was probably built by the same architects and craftsmen who worked on the Temple of Hera, and it may have been dedicated to the same or a similar deity such as Hera or Demeter, the goddess of agriculture and fertility. Archaeologists have also found traces of a second temple at the same location which predates the temple described above. According to the researchers, this temple likely collapsed during the 6th century BC due to an earthquake or a fire, and its architectural features and stonework were recycled into the new temple structure. The older temple was smaller and simpler than the newer one, and it may have been one of the earliest examples of Doric architecture in southern Italy. The discovery of these two temples is significant for several reasons. First, it shows that Paestum had a larger and more complex religious landscape than previously thought, with more temples and sanctuaries dedicated to different gods and goddesses. Second, it reveals the continuity and evolution of the Doric style in Paestum from the 6th to the 5th century BC and the influence of the local traditions and materials on the Greek architecture. Third, it provides new data and evidence for the study of the history and culture of Paestum, and its interactions with other Greek and non-Greek communities in the region. The discovery of these two new temples adds to the knowledge and appreciation of the ancient city of Paestum and shows that there is still much to learn and explore in this fascinating site. The archaeologists hope to continue their work and to share their findings with the public as part of the efforts to preserve and promote the cultural heritage of Italy and the world.